Okay, this is Math Lesson 7.7. We're going to start on Workbook page 423. I'm just going to say this is a skill that, to me, it's a little bit beyond fourth graders, but we're going to get through this the very best that we can. I want to do just a little bit of a review. If you have a mixed number, like in the first one, we've got 1 and 4, 6. If they asked you to write this mixed number as a fraction, you could think of the 1 as 6 plus 6, 6 out of 6, plus the 4, 6, and you would get 10, 6. Or the shortcut way to do this is take 1 times the 6, 1 times 6 is 6, plus 4, so you'd add on this, and that equals 10, 6. That's one way to do it. All right, let's say they give you 15, 6. Let's say they give you 15, 6, and they want you to write that as a mixed number. Well, the best way to figure out what that is, that's 15 divided by 6. So you would say 6 goes into 15 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. When we subtract, we get 3. So that's 2 and 3, 6 left over. So that will give you the mixed number if you divide it. This is just a division problem. All right. I could even do, say, 36. That's the same as 30 divided by 6, which is a whole 5. All right, so let's go to our workbook page. Today they're going to ask you to add and subtract fractions, but they're going to be in mixed numbers. It says, after a party, there were 1 and 4 6 quesadillas left on one tray, and 2 and 3 6 quesadillas left on another tray. How many quesadillas were left? Well, I don't like how many were left. That it really should say how many quesadillas were left in all, because we're going to have to add these two together. So we are using addition. Is the sum of the fractional parts of the mixed number going to be greater than 1? Yes, it's going to be bigger than 1. So first they are having you add the fractional parts of the mixed number. So we've got 4, 6. So we're going to shade in. I'm going to use a highlighter here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to add 3, 6. I've got 1, 2, and 3. So that equals 7. So we've got 6 out of 6 plus 1 more is 7, 6. Then we're going to add the whole parts. So we've got the 7, 6 up here, and then we're going to shade in 1 whole, and then 2 more holes, because 1 plus 2 is 3. So our final answer here is 3 and 7, 6. But this could be taken apart. We've got the 3. 7, 6 is the same as 6, 6 plus 1, 6. This 6, 6 is a whole, so now we can add it to the 3. So we have 3 plus 1 plus 1, 6. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 1, 6. I'm going to show you another way to do this. I don't know if this is harder or easier. But if we did 1 times 6 is 6 plus 4, is 10/6. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15/6. Okay, and we put the 10 and the 15 together, which would be 25 divided by 6. And then I would divide 25 by 6. 6 goes into 25 4 times. 4 times 6 is 24. We subtract and we get 1, so that 1/6 is left over. And you can see here I got the same answer. I just did it a different way. It's just a different strategy. So in the blanks here, the model shows a total of 4 wholes and 1/6 left over. So 4 and 1/6 quesadillas were left. Okay, let's go to page 24, which is on the back side. Alejandro had 3 and 4/6 quesadillas. His family ate. That means you're going to take those away. 2 and 3/6 of the quesadillas. How many quesadillas are left? Okay, so shade the model to show 3 and 4/6. So we're going to shade in 3 holes. And then 3 and 4/6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Subtract the fractional parts of the mixed number. So we've got 4/6 minus 3/6 will equal 1/6. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So the difference is 1 and 1/6. So there are 1 and 1/6 left. Now I'm going to do it my other way to do this. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 4, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22/6. All right, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 3 is 15/6. So if I take 22, take away 15, okay, I end up with 7/6. Now, 7/6, if we take a whole away, we ended up, or we could just do 7 divided by 6, and we're going to get 1 and 1/6 left, which is the same answer I got here. So there's 2 different ways to do this. I kind of looked to see, can I add these together first and not have to regroup anything? So let's do their method first. Okay, add the whole numbers. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then I've got 1/6 plus 3/6 equals 4/6. So then I put those 2 together and I get 4 and 4/6. Let's try doing that here, because I already see a problem. 1 plus 7 is 8. 4/5 plus 2/5 equals 6/5. So now I've got too much on top. Let's try let's do 8 times 5 is 40 plus 6, so that's 46/5. That's the same as saying 46 divided by 5. Okay, 5 goes into 46 9 times. I subtract and I have 1 left over. So our final answer is 9 and 1/5. Okay, let's see if we can put these 2 together. If I have 1/2 plus 1/2, that's 2 halves, or that's 1 whole. I can just carry it to the next column and get rid of it. So then I've got 3 plus 3 is 6. So I have 6 whole. Now let me do that a different way. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 halves. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 halves. Okay, let's put 5 halves and 7 halves together. So if I add these two, I'm going to get 12 halves. That's the same as saying 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. I got the same answer. Okay, let's go to the next page. So this is page 725. This is some more practice. So one thing you might want to do is just try this on your own, pause the video, and then come back to see if you're doing it right. Or you can just work along with me and we'll see what happens. Okay? I tend to start with the fraction first, not the whole number. Okay, 7/12 minus 5/12 would be 2/12. And 3 take away 2 is 1. So we're okay on that one. On number 5, I have 2/3, 4 and 2/3 minus 3 and 1/3. Let's look at the fraction part first. 2/3 minus 1/3 equals 1/3. And then 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, number 6. 9/10 minus 7/10 is 3/10. And 6 minus 3 is 3. All right, going to number 7. Here we're adding. 4/6 plus 3/6 equals 7/6. That's an improper fraction. 7 plus 4 is 11. Now, we need to change this 7/6. 6/6 is a whole with 1 left over. So I'm going to take the 6/6 and add it to this 11. So we're going to end up with 12 and 1/6. Now, if you're really struggling with how did I get that, you may need some help from your parents because maybe I'm not showing it the way that's easiest for you to get. But don't give up. Keep trying. Okay, 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3/3. 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, I need to take this 3/3, which is 1 whole, and add it to the 11. So I end up with 12. Okay, 4/8 plus 5/8 equals 9/8. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, you can't leave it like this because this one is top heavy. It's got too much on top. So I think to myself, if I took 8/8 away from the 9/8, that would be 1 whole. So I'm going to add the 1 whole here. So then I end up with 9 and 1/8. Another way, if you're not getting how to do that in your head, 8 times 8 is 64, plus 9 would be 73, divided by 8. Okay, I know that 8 times 9 is 72. I subtract and I have 1/8 left over. So that ends up with 9 and 1/8. All right, 5/12 plus 2/12 equals 7/12. It's not improper, it's not bigger on top, so we're okay there. 3 plus 4 is 7. Find the difference. 7/8 minus 3/8 would be 4/8. And 5 minus 2 is 3 whole. This is also 3 and 1/2. 7/12 minus 1/12 equals 6/12. And 5 minus 4 is 1. This is also equal to 1 and 1/2. All right, 5/10 minus 3/10 is 2/10. and 3 take away 1 is 2. 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4, and 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, I'm not going to do all of these. I'm just going to give you the answers. This is really where you want to practice doing this, and then come back and see if you've done it correctly. 15 is 4 and 2/8. Number 16 is 2 and 5/8. Number 17 equals 18. Number 18 is 11 and 1/5. Number 19 is 8 and 3/10. And number 20 is 7. Oh no, sorry. Number 20 is 1 whole. Okay, then we're going to page 426. The driving distance from Alex's house to the museum is 6 7/10 miles. What is the round trip distance? So to figure that out, we have to add up 6 7/10 plus 6 7/10. Okay, 7/10 plus 7/10 would be 14/10, and 6 plus 6 would be 12. Now the problem is I've got 14/10, and that's too much. So think 14 divided by 10. 10 goes in one time, and then I'm going to have 4/10 left over. So I'm going to add this 1 right here to the 12 and get 13, and then what did I have left over? 4/10. All right, I'm going to try these next ones, but if I goof them up, just know math is not my best subject, but we're going to try. The driving distance from the sports arena to Christina's house is 10 9/10 miles. The distance from the sports arena to Luke's house is 2 7/10 miles. How much greater, okay, that tells me I have to subtract, is the driving distance between, all right, just think Christina and Luke. Okay, so I've got 10 9/10 minus 2 7/10. Okay, 9/10 minus 7/10 would be 2/10. 10 minus 2 is 8, and we're measuring in miles. And you know what? I forgot to do miles up here as well. Pedro biked from his house to the nature preserve a distance of 23 4/5 miles. Sandra biked from her house to the lake a distance of 12 2/5 miles. How many miles less did Sandra bike than Pedro? So how many less tells me this is a subtraction problem. So I've got 23 4/5 minus 12 2/5. Okay, I can do the 4/5 minus the 2/5 and get 2/5, but then I've got 23 minus 12, and I need to see that going up and down. So I've got 1 and 1. So I get 11 2/5 miles. So far I've gotten 3 out of 3 right. Woohoo! During the Martinez family trip, they drove home to a ski lodge, from home to a ski lodge, a distance of 55 4/5 miles, and then they drove an additional 12 4/5 miles to visit some friends. If the family drove the same route back home, what was the distance traveled during their trip? Okay, so we've got to the ski lodge and back. So we've got 55 4/5 plus 55 and 4/5, plus they did an additional 12 and 4/5. Whoa. Okay, so let's add up all the 4/5 first. 4, 8, 12. So I've got 12/5. All right, then I've got to add together 55 plus 55 plus 12. All right, 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. Now, I got to figure out, I don't think I did something right. Ben, you're going to have to be the one that helps me on this one. Okay, let's figure out the 12/5 because I got to add it on to this. How many times? Let's do 12. Oh, that's maybe, no, that's not why I'm getting the right answer. Okay, 5 goes into 12 2 times, and I have 2/5 left over. So I got to add 2, but they got a different answer than me. Oh, we got to add on another 12/5. That's what's wrong, because then they had to go back. So I'm not quite there yet. Let me, okay, cross this out. We got to do 12 plus 12, that would be 24, plus 55 plus 55. Okay, so 14, carry the 1, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we're getting close to the answer. Okay, and then I have 4, 8, 12, 16/5. That's 16 divided by 5. That gives me 3, and I have 1/5 left over. So I'm going to add 3 and 1/5. And now I got the right answer. Yay! So 137 and 1/5 miles. That's our final answer. I forgot they went to visit the friends, then they had to go back. So we had to have 2 12 and 4/5. All right, for 25A to 25D, select true or false for each statement. 25A is true, false, false, and true. So I hope you tried those on your own now. Okay, I'm not going to do all of this, but this is a good practice before you go to Clever and do lesson 7.7 homework. So you might want to try this first and then go and do the assignment on Clever. So I'm just going to give you the answers, so I would pause the video, try these on your own, and then go to Clever to get the answer. Okay, this number 2 is 7. Number 3 ended up 6 and 1/3. Number 4 is 14 and 3/5. Number 5 is 11 and 5/6. Number 6 is 11 and 10/12. Number 7, the answer is 6. Number 8 is 15 and 8/10. Finding the difference, number 9 is 2 and 4/8. Number 10 is 1 and 1/3. Number 11 is 3 and 1/5. And number 12 is 5 and 2/4. Probably the only ones that gave you problems are when you had more than a whole and you had to take the whole out and add it to the whole number. Okay, so practice this, practice it, then go to lesson 7.7 and do the clever assignment in Think Central Things to Do.